With the end of the first few weeks of the NFL's offseason, it's time to analyze some updates regarding potential targets for the Pittsburgh Steelers' first-round draft pick. With several needs addressed during this period, what will be the priorities when selecting at number 21? Before delving into this topic, it is worth mentioning the quarterbacks that could be considered if a significant trade doesn't materialize, making a first-round quarterback a viable option. Recently, we discussed a few promising players, and for those who wish to access detailed reports on the top quarterbacks in the first round, including additional mentions, we will provide information in the comments and the description of this episode. It's essential to stay updated as we produce content daily about the team. The positions that deserve attention in the first round this year include running back, defensive tackle, and slot cornerback. Let's examine each of these positions, starting with running back. There's some hesitation when considering a running back in the first round, mainly due to the exceptional quality of this class of players. While it's possible to find a good running back in later rounds, when analyzing what the team wants to implement in its offense, it becomes evident that the goal is not to find a merely competent back, but one who can stand out, capable of executing the game plan laid out by the coaching staff. The objective is to create a running game that dominates plays and imposes its will, even against defenses that are prepared for the challenge. Only the most effective running offenses in the league are capable of doing this, which requires two key conditions. First, the offensive line must be able to move the line of scrimmage consistently, even against defenses focused on neutralizing the run. A clear example of this is seen in some teams that demonstrate this ability frequently. Second, the team needs an exceptional running back capable of explosive plays, gaining large chunks of yardage, and wearing down the opposing defense. Examples are renowned players who stand out on their teams, especially when they're in good form. Regarding the first part of this requirement, the offensive line still holds many uncertainties. Some changes are being made in positions, and we need to watch how this evolves. Some players have shown solid play, while others have faced challenges in their early seasons. The big question is whether certain players can stay healthy and improve over time. Confidence in the offensive line is crucial, and it's expected that this unit will develop into a good group, not only for the near future, but also for the years ahead. Therefore, attention should now shift to how to secure that standout running back and meet the second requirement for building the type of running game the team intends to implement this season. The way to achieve this is, looking ahead, the priority at this point should be to acquire a top-tier running back to meet the fundamental need of establishing a running offense this season. The strategy to achieve this goal is simple: secure a high-level running back. The two athletes I consider first-round picks this year are a player from Boise State and a player from North Carolina. Several promising running backs are available in the third, fourth, and fifth rounds of this draft class, but these two stand out as potential stars from the outset. One player demonstrates exceptional contact balance, making him a threat for long plays, while the other combines impressive size and vision, making him one of the most complete prospects at the running back position in this draft. If it's difficult to acquire one or the other, the focus should shift to the second day of the draft. This might involve trading back in the draft to acquire an additional pick in the second or third round to select a running back, or opt for a defensive tackle in the first round and address the running back position in the third round. If neither of these two players is available, it would be wise to avoid selecting other names in the first round, as it would be more beneficial to explore other positions rather than settle for lesser talents. I invite you to share your thoughts in the comments section. Would you be happy if a player were selected in the first round? There's a real possibility that the player will be available when the team makes its selection at number 21. Leave your opinion. Yes or no? Would you be happy to see a player like the new number 1 running back in Pittsburgh, even if it means using the first-round pick to bring him in? At the 21st overall pick, I want to know what you think. Would you be satisfied if a player became the new number 1 running back in Pittsburgh, considering they might need to use their first-round pick to acquire him? Now, shifting focus to the defensive tackle position, this topic is highly debated among fans, and for good reasons. The team still needs a true starter along the defensive line, especially since they didn't acquire one during the NFL free agency. Some solid players have been acquired who can contribute in a rotation, such as a player, who are expected to be effective in this scheme. Another player is a good rotational nose tackle, but it's necessary to find a third unit to join the other two as the season progresses. I consider one player a good backup and rotational option, but his performance as a starter has not been satisfactory. Therefore, it is essential that the team finds another true starter who can seamlessly integrate into this group. In the first round, four players are mentioned, and although I didn't include one of them, it's likely he will be a top pick, meaning the team won't have the chance to select him. Defenses across the league are noticing how this player, serving as a versatile piece, has significantly improved his team's defensive unit. It's also important to note the impact that another athlete had in transforming his team's defense with his flexibility. If the team can find someone who can act in the slot as a disguised and versatile weapon, it could fundamentally alter their defensive strategy. Three players stand out in this regard. An athlete from the University of Texas, who, if still available at the 21st pick, presents similarities to a well-regarded player, as he can play both in the slot and on the outside, with exceptional instincts. A hybrid safety and slot cornerback shows similar instincts and impressive ball skills, along with excellent game awareness, making him an ideal option for what the coach is looking for. Another player to watch is an athlete the team has been closely monitoring, particularly in his workouts. This player is robust and has remarkable speed, achieving ideal results in terms of athletic performance this year. While I'm not as excited about another athlete due to the need for more refinement in his tapes, the first two are players that fans should watch as the first round approaches. Additionally, the wide receiver position becomes a question mark. If the team opts to trade one of its players, the need for a wide receiver will become urgent, as they need to reinforce their receiving core. There will be wide receivers available at the 21st pick, such as a player whom many analysts have seen dropping down draft boards, making him a viable target if the team wishes to move up to select a receiver this year. Another athlete from the University of Texas is unlikely to be available, likely requiring a trade into the early picks. However, one player has been falling in many mock drafts, making him a viable option at 21. The same applies to another wide receiver from a renowned institution and an impressive big-bodied receiver. There's a chance that another player might need to move up into the teens, but Luther Burden III has been slipping out of the first round in numerous mock drafts. He is definitely expected to be available at 21. The same can be said for Emeka Egbuka from Ohio State, as well as Jaden Higgins, who is a remarkable tall receiver with outstanding route-running skills from Iowa State. Additionally, Ayla Moore is a notably physical and large wide receiver from Stanford, who clocked in at 44.4 seconds in the 40-yard dash, which is particularly impressive for his size. So, who do you think should be the pick? Share your opinions on who you would prefer the Pittsburgh Steelers to draft in the first round this year. All main targets have been covered in this discussion, so feel free to share your aspirations in the comments. If you haven't subscribed yet, you might want to consider it, as thorough analysis of the Steelers draft is delivered daily at no cost. To join the largest independently run Steelers news channel on YouTube, just hit that subscribe button for free right now. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Whispers are circulating in NFL circles that could send shockwaves through the league. The Pittsburgh Steelers, always active in the trade market, are reportedly eyeing a bold move to strengthen their offensive line. The target? None other than Cooper Beebe, the Kansas State standout who has been a linchpin for the Dallas Cowboys. With a reputation that has quickly risen after his unanimous All-American selection in 2023, Beebe's potential move to Pittsburgh could alter the balance of power in the AFC North. The Steelers' offensive line has been a point of focus for years, and Beebe's arrival would be a game-changer. Known for his powerful presence and incredible technical skills, Beebe is more than just a promising young talent. He's a player who could immediately elevate Pittsburgh's blocking schemes. His credentials are undeniable, with a standout career at Kansas State and a first-team All-Big 12 selection in 2021. The speculation surrounding this trade is intensifying as reports suggest the Steelers are willing to make a significant offer to secure the 24-year-old center. As the offseason unfolds, The question on everyone's mind is whether this rumored trade will come to fruition. If Pittsburgh pulls off this deal, it could reshape their offensive line for years to come, giving quarterback Kenny Pickett the protection he desperately needs. But with the Cowboys seemingly unwilling to let go of their prized defensive linemen, this trade may be harder to seal than it appears. As the days go by, all eyes will be on this high-stakes negotiation between two NFL powerhouses. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Pittsburgh Steelers, make sure to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.